Hi everyone, and welcome to another video here. This is Peter from Ferreira Apiary, and I just wanted to share these cutout video we did. And this had to be one of the most difficult cutouts, not because of location, but because I had to work on my belly on the side. It's a very tight crawl space. Interestingly enough, the bees were pretty calm, considering that I'm just about to start removing all their comb. And they were actually, I only got stung maybe 3, 4 times during the whole process. And this was mostly from crushing them under my suit because I was working on the floor. Got honey. It's in a difficult place. It's going to be hard to really look for that queen, you know?
Yep.
I was eventually able to find the queen in one of the buckets, but she did not make it. She got injured, unfortunately. But there was tons of honey and brood, and these bees, later on that day, I ended up combining them. Actually, I put them in a box first, and then once they settled down, I combined them with another hive the following day.
Are you going to have room to fit 10 combs in that bucket?
Yeah. I hope so. If not, I'll put it on the other. We're on that hive. I mean, on that light, we're crazy.
Are they?
Oh, yeah.
So I guess it's, they still go after red then, or something bright.
Yeah. I'm using a red light for this job. Red lights usually work pretty good. I have a red light that I use in the flashlight, and the bees do not get attracted to it. I think because this red light here is a little bit stronger, much stronger than in the flashlight. They were a little attracted to it, but in a way kind of helped out because they ended up going to the red light and I was able to vacuum them. I'm using a vacuum that I put together. It's a power head on a 5-gallon bucket. And then I have holes that I can tape shut to control suction strength. And it seems to work pretty good. The red light that I'm using is a LED outside or floodlight. I like the LED because it doesn't really create much heat, so that makes it easier. You know, it's one less heat source making you hot. Um, there were some honey in these comb that I've removed, so you can see some of the honey in the floor. And it's very tight. There's nails on the roof, so I'm constantly being very careful not to hit my head on the nail. And just removed these one by one with the bees, put them in a bucket, and then eventually I close them up to take away. the honey spilling on the floor. The space is so limited that I couldn't even really stand up a bucket next to me. So I'm working, and trying to keep as many bees away from me. But you can look at my suit and you can see bees crawling. So that's basically when I got stung. It was anytime that I crushed one under me or something like that. Otherwise, it went pretty smooth, and the bees were really not that aggressive. At this point, I'm getting close to finishing removing all the comb. I think there's about 2 left right now. I removed most of it, and we're getting close to the area where the bees are coming in. The bucket is just about full, 5-gallon bucket full of comb and bees. And I'm just trying to squeeze in there and try to vacuum. I need to get a longer hose for these vacuum. And looks like I just got stung there for a moment. And just trying to vacuum as many bees as possible. It was a challenge getting them down to the bottom there because of not only the tight space, but also I need a longer hose for these buckets, for these vacuum. Not to mention the nails. If you look up on the roof, on the ceiling of the roof there, you can see nails sticking out, and I was actually surprised after watching the video that I didn't bang my head on those nails. So you can see there's a lot less bees now, and you can see a little bit of daylight outside, and that's basically the cracks where the bees are coming in. Right now I'm left with a lot of foragers, and closing the bucket now with all that comb, and then we had 1.5 buckets of bees basically. So trying to catch up with all these bees, and the light, you can see they're a little bit attracted to the light, so I'm taking advantage of that and vacuuming them once in a while. At this point, the only way I have to get down to the bottom there is to crawl on my belly, and of course, it's been an hour or two now, and I'm sweating like a horse. And obviously, when you're sweating like this, the bee suit sticks to you, and the bees take advantage of that, and that's when you get stung most of the time. But anyway. Taking my time here, grabbing some of the forages as they're coming in, vacuuming them, and just about to wrap up this job, but still have a little bit more to do. And overall, it wasn't too difficult. The hardest part was just the tight space that made it a challenge. I'm able to confirm that the bees did not build any comb down onto the walls or anything. There was actually no access down onto the walls, which was much of a relief for the homeowner. We were kind of concerned that, are they building down into the walls also, but they're not. So that made it simpler and easier, quicker, less expensive for the homeowner. Otherwise, we would have been there for a lot longer. just touching up and trying to grab as many bees as I can. Most of these are forages are just coming back. A lot of them had pollen in their baskets, and I'm just about done. There's always going to be a few forages left off. The homeowner now has to close up the area. We're just in charge of removing the hive itself and as many bees as possible. At this point, I'm taking advantage of the red light. The foragers seem to be pretty attracted to that red light, and I'm just trying to grab them as much as I can and wrapping up this project.
Uh-huh.
There's on my bucket, on my tool thing, there's some blue tape.
Okay.
I need some so I can put it on the hole over here.
Okay, so I'll go
Please.
get that.
Yeah, and tell the guy that we're just about done. Couple of foragers, but the nest, the queen's gone. They're in the bucket now.
Okay.
Please.